Hello, and welcome to another edition of the Mustachioed Chef. You can see the mustache is back. It's not fully formed as it used to be. It's more like Baby Groot, kind of coming back in stages. It'll be back. Now, I'm coming fresh off of a victory in a little video game called Madden against my old college roommate, Will Hughes. How you doing, Bill? So, the spirits are high, and for tonight's meal, what we're going to be making is cappelletti, which is Italian for little hats, because it's basically a ravioli that you shape, and it looks like a little hat. And we're going to be stuffing it with a little bit of prosciutto and some peas. Very underrated combination, prosciutto and peas here. Got to make sure the prosciutto is edible first. Delicious. Got some daytime rosé. So what we're going to do, we're going to roll out the pasta. We're going to make the little puree of the peas and the prosciutto, combine it with the ricotta, the signature pecorino romano, and that's going to be our filling. We're going to make a red sauce, put some prosciutto actually in the sauce, a little bit of flavor, a little bit of texture. It's going to be delicious. Let's get cooking. Okay, now it's time to make the base of our filling. Now we're going to add all this in with ricotta and the signature pecorino romano, but what we're going to do, we're going to fry up the prosciutto, the peas, we're going to hit some garlic, a little parsley and salt and pepper. That's going to be the base of the filling. A flèche pepper. Okay, this is done cooking. Now, you just wanted to brown the prosciutto, like I said, and really just get these flavors all married together. Now, we can't put this right in with the cheese because then the cheese is going to get all gross. So we got to let this sit a little bit and cool. And while it's cooling, we're going to start working on the cappellettis, the little hats. Welcome back. We've switched over to red. Our pasta squares have been shaped. Now we're just going to let them dry a little bit. And now it's time to finish the filling. So we're going to use a little ricotta cheese, some of the signature pecorino, as we said. Our peas and prosciutto have cooled. We're going to put that down. Going to add a little of that parsley, an egg to bind it, and that's our filling. So we have taken our sheets of the dough and we did square them off to try and make them as perfectly square as possible. Now I know I lied to you guys a little while ago and saying it doesn't have to be perfect. It turns out it does, because what we're going to do is when you take your pasta square here, to make the cappelletti, you've got to fold it over. And like a little napkin, everything's got to match. So if you've got a rectangle, it's no good. Doesn't work. Can't make cappelletti. So what we did is we squared off these. You can see now it's basically like playing cards here. I got a whole flush in my hand right here. And what we're going to do is put a dollop, like a little dollop of our filling. We're going to use a little bit of water to seal the edges, pinch it to closed, and then you make your little cappelletti. Okay, our cappellettis, they're in the freezer, cooling nicely. We're gonna now make our sauce. Now it's pretty basic. We're gonna use some crushed tomatoes, some garlic. We've still got our peas and our prosciutto that we're gonna use in the sauce directly. Hit it with some of that fresh parsley. And then the kicker is actually gonna be some of this delicious red wine that I'm drinking because guys, what's our rule? That's right, you only cook with wine that's good enough to drink, and this is delicious. It's gonna add a really nice, bold flavor to our sauce. Okay, we're using a fancy red, a Bordeaux from France. You're saying, Chef, this is an Italian cooking show. Well, this is just good wine, so we're gonna use it. It's gonna deglaze that prosciutto, bring up all that fat and that goodness, and really get it cooking together. Of course, some of the signature Pecorino Romano. And now the kicker, some of that ricotta cheese that we use. It's gonna make this a little lighter of a sauce, and that just hint of ricotta cheese flavor is gonna come through on that nice. So it's not quite a cream sauce, but it's gonna add volume and flavor.
Gotta get some of the meaty part of the sauce too with the prosciutto. It is absolutely spot on. One thing that we did at the cooking class was just make the cappelletti with just a regular ricotta filling. The peas and the prosciutto are really standing out, specifically, like you really don't think much about spring peas like zhuzhing up a dish. This is excellent, and the peas really come out and make it very bright and flavorful, and then you have the richness and the heaviness with the prosciutto and the red sauce, and this is just absolutely amazing.
All right, I am very, very pleased with how this looks. The cappelletti during the pasta making process, we weren't sure if we were gonna hold it together, but they kept it shaped perfectly. I mean, just look at that. That is a little hat. All right, so let's dive into this here. Oh, don't forget, subscribe, follow, go to the YouTube channel. We got plenty of these videos here, guys. Mama freaking mia. I mean, sous chef Ms. Moody nailed it on the head. That filling is so out of bounds. The prosciutto and the peas, like, it gives it a sweet and salty feel. The ricotta cheese is just perfect. And then this little red wine sauce with the prosciutto and the peas just in it. Oh my goodness. That is outstanding. This is like our 19th, 18th, something like that video. I think this is the best thing we've made. The pasta, just al dente enough and firm enough to hold and feel it, but it's light enough on the chew. Oh, that, yeah. You guys gotta try this recipe. It's so fucking good. I'm sorry, Susu. Amazing. Guys, another great episode of the Mustachioed Chef. We'll see you guys next week.